Okay guys, I have here my concept sketch of what I'm going to do for my daughter's backpack charm. I'm going to make a 2-inch diameter medallion. I'm going to start off by extruding a thickness of 3/16, and then I'm going to put this unicorn head on here first. I'll show you how to bring in a picture from the internet and trace it and extrude it and try to make it look like a bit of a relief. So this is a little bit of a tricky operation. I've taken the liberty of creating the disc already. That is 2 inches in diameter. Now I'm going to bring in a picture. So to do that, I'm going to come up to the right part of the toolbar where it says insert. I'm going to hit that drop down and I'm going to insert canvas. I'm going to insert from my computer. This will be a little different on the Chromebooks, but I've already downloaded the picture I want. So there it is. I'm going to hit open. It wants to know what face it's going on. It's going to go on this face right here. I'm going to go ahead and not hit OK, but I'm going to size it. So I'm going to go to this top view so I can see it. And I'm going to shrink it down a bit, and I'm going to move it to where I like where it is. I'm going to make it a little bigger, and I'm just going to play with this for a little bit. Now I'm remembering that I don't really want to go all the way to the edge. I could decorate the edge later, but as I look at this, I'm going to put my daughter's name down around curved. So I want to leave a little room, so I want this a little higher than centered. I think that looks good. I might have to adjust things later. There's this opacity over here. I don't want it really dark or really light. I'm going to go about 50, and then I'll be able to turn the canvas off. I'm going to hit OK. I think that's going to do it. If I were to come up here and just hit that eyeball on canvas, it'll disappear. So I can get rid of it after a while. What I want to do here is I want to break this into closed loops. Okay, so I'm going to take some liberties here, and I'm going to start by doing this loop here closed. Then I'll do this as a loop. Then I'll do this as probably the same loop. I'll probably simplify that horn. I'll do this as a loop. This is a closed loop. This is a closed loop. That way I'm going to be able to extrude it. So I'm going to get to sketching, and then I'll pause the video eventually so you don't have to watch me do this. But I'm looking at 20 minutes of work here. So I'm going to create sketch. I'm going to sketch right on the top surface. And I am going to use this fit point spline. What this does is it allows me to kind of do a curved, and it anticipates which way I want it to curve. The closer together I put left clicks, the more detailed it can be. So I'm going to go ahead and use that, and I'm going to concentrate on this face area here. So I am going to start right here, and then I'm going to come out a little ways and click, staying on the line, click, staying on the line, click. I want to put right there's a little bit of an inflection point. I'm going to ignore that part going up because I can't have dead ends. It has to be a closed loop. So I'm zooming in and zooming out. I'll go close together here. And then I'm ignoring that ear. I can show you how I'll put that back in later. And I'm going to put another one close. Boom. Alright, now I know it would work because if I hit OK, you can see it highlights. It's closed. So now I'm going to go and do this one, and then this one. I'll do one more for you so I'm sure that you see what I mean. So I'm all in the same sketch. I didn't start a new sketch. That's craziness. Alright. So I want to lock on this to start because I'm going to use that edge that I've already used a little bit. I'm going to lock on this edge to start. You can see an X pops up. I'm going to come down here and see how the X pops up. I want to make sure I'm all snapped on that line. If it's not going to work. I'm going to hit OK. And you can see now I can highlight that. I can highlight that. Now I'm a little off of that line, and I'm okay with that. When you really think about this is going to only be 2 inches big, I don't think I'm going to get that much. So now I'm going to go around and do that for each little closed face, and then I'll pick the video back up. Alright, through the miracle of being able to jump ahead, if I go around scan, you can see that's closed, that's closed, that's closed, that's closed, that's closed. So it took me a little while to get that. This is in 2 parts, but that is indeed closed. I'm going to go ahead and hit Finish Sketch. Now, I'm going to extrude slightly different amounts to start. I'm going to extrude this right here. That'll be my lowest extrusion. I'm going to do 0.05. The same amount will be this neck. Oops, cancel. don't have a sketch to extrude, so I'm going to have to come turn that sketch back on. So I came up to the browser, hit the drop down. That was sketch 2 that I just did. I'm going to extrude that up 0.05. Alright, now I'm going to extrude the hair. I'm going to guess 0.075. Just looking for a slight relief, so I'm going to go and see if I click them all at the same time. I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. Yeah, 0.075, and then I'm going to extrude that horn 0.1. I'm just going to see what that looks like. Alright, let's turn off the canvas and see. Okay, so not bad. I can see that I wanted to extrude that 0.075 to bring that up. Alright, so that's not terrible. If I turn that sketch off, I can see it's a unicorn. I'm going to add a little detail. Now, I'm interested in doing making it look a little bit relieved. Okay, so I'm going to look at shift clicking some lines and seeing if I can right click and fillet those slightly. You're not going to be able to fillet much complicated curves. If you see, if I start to just even drag it down, it aired pretty quick. So what is the biggest fillet I can get? Alright, so I'm going to start with 0.025. Alright, that does it. Let's see if I can get greedy and go to 0.03. Yeah. So you can see what that starts to do. Whoa. The lines in between the hair that show that separation, if you go back to that original sketch and show it, those lines I'll probably do, probably create slightly more complex shapes yet and extrude it out. But I'm going to go and I'm going to start working on this. What I've shown you thus far is putting in a picture and extruding it. Simple shapes are easy to fillet in chamfer. Complex shapes, oh boy, this is a path that I would discourage you from going down right now, because I might put an hour in trying to fillet that. And while I'm okay with putting an hour in to fillet that, I'm not sure that you're going to be interested in doing that. And there's a chance that I put an hour in and I'm unsuccessful. But that is the part 1, and this shows us how to put an image in and extrude it.